welcome to Real Spit Talk.
I'm Real Ass Riri, and you are on Real Spit Talk.
Dewan, everybody call me dude.
Elizabeth, but you can call me lady.
Antoine McNeil, you can call me Twan to be cool as hell. Other than that, just call me Antoine McNeil. Hey Twan, shut your ass up.
On that note.
And on that note, welcome to the Real Spit Talk. Okay, so today we are just here to introduce ourselves in the show and what we are all about. So Real Spit Talk is about drinking, chilling, and being able to talk to y'all about whatever. Trending topics, no matter what it is. Kanye, the Roe versus Wade. We're going to touch on a little bit of everything. But this first episode, we're just going to introduce ourselves. And I don't want to go first, so I'm going to leave it up to Kiki since you started.
Oh, that's what we just did.
No, giving your about me. So what you do, your business, advertise yourself.
So, I am Real Ass Riri, but my real name is Kyria Abdul Khalik. I am the owner to Sucre, which is a lingerie business. I also am working on a really top secret project right now in the realm of a clothing line. And so, babies, these are my babies. I'm a mom. I have 2 beautiful daughters. I like to cook. I like to drink. No, I'm just kidding. I don't have a problem with that.
Just joking.
While the drink is in hand.
There's a lot of things that I'm into, a lot of things that I'm working on currently, and I hope that I'm able to bring to fruition. This is the first thing. This has always been one of my dreams, to be on a podcast or have my own podcast, and thankfully for this beautiful young lady here, she brought me onto her project. So I'm just looking forward to see what this is going to bring about. I'm excited.
Yes, we all are.
Who likes them?
Okay, Twan. I'm cool like a cop.
I don't know about that yet. Antoine is fine.
Shit, Twan, if you're cool.
You gotta earn it. I'm just joking. Antoine McNeil, I'm a lot of things as well as we all are. Most people probably know me as a comedian, also an empowerment speaker, show producer, father. Just I would say advocate for the community as well as black businesses and stuff like that. Us coming together to do good shit, fun shit, safe shit. Hood as hell, extremely professional. So you're gonna get a whole element of all of that together. So without me trying to oversell myself, I'm all of that and some change.
Period.
Black and the black man.
That's the costume today.
They wore their outfits and
Black
costumes.
man.
Yeah.
You said
I'm black man.
I'm black man.
Like I'm one of these like
Not a black man.
black, not I'm black man like
black man.
like I came from the hood, from the projects and shit. You were like, oh well, you also went to school at UW. Like, okay, I see you, black man, right there. You know what I mean? And nigga, low key, I'm bragging on boasting no shit, but then you got the business going
Makes sense now.
Yeah.
It's business.
He was explaining it a little bit earlier, and I was like, okay, I get it.
I didn't catch that.
You said he was gonna explain it.
Yeah.
Look, I got three kids by 3 different women. You like, but then you like, I take care of all of them. I'm like, okay, black man. Okay, yeah.
Right.
Like that type of shit.
He said about taking off.
Work for the white folks during the day, was a union representative, all that shit, you know what I mean, 9 to 5, and then at night I talk that shit through the comedy, like, okay, black man, bring that shit. Like, so I do all of that.
Yeah.
Twan.
Well, since you already said my name, I got but I knew I was coming next. Yeah, but like I said, everybody call me dude. I've been dude for a long time. It's a family nickname. I know some people act like they have a problem.
Sorry. Okay.
And you know how the people that know you be like, well, I ain't gonna call you.
I be like that sometimes. I say sorry.
Anyway. Oh, you mama name. Mama name in class.
Well, my mama called me dude too. Well, I'm Damn. I'm an artist of many sorts. You know, I'm really into the bartending thing. I'm working on a contracting business with that. Actually, I just discussed a contract deal with the TK to be a contract bartender there. I write poetry, rap.
Dance.
What?
He don't never tell nobody he dance.
I see him.
I'm glad you said something though.
Yeah.
Okay, so I started a business called Artistry Unlimited, and that one of the things that inspired that was the multiple things of arts that I found myself liking or being into. I used to dance a lot when I was younger. I was actually like the captain of the team, dance choreographer. Me and my big sister used to compete. She was still in the moves type stuff. For real, it was like it got serious. Like telling mom, like they see us do this. We in separate. You know what I mean? She got separated us in the community.
That's
So
funny,
now
yeah.
y'all in this room, they in that room, so they ain't still in moves. Like it got serious.
Stomp the yard.
Yeah. But I've always been into art, drawing, painting, you know, anything that had anything to do with art. Even in high school, all of my electives were art classes. Even ceramics, which I wasn't really into before. I started that, you know, pottery and all that stuff.
So you can blow glass and stuff and all that.
I ain't blowing glass.
That is
But
a
that is a talent.
You gotta
That's a trade.
talent.
That's a trade. They got a whole show.
Yeah.
You gotta have strong
Netflix,
jaws or something to blow glass.
No.
Hey, you use your
That's how
jaw.
you make bombs.
Man.
How they make bombs and
I'm
pipes.
asking the question. I'm trying to-
Like, but not just that.
He is shit.
Yeah.
You use the word blow glass and shit in there because I talked about blowing. Because I'm like, nigga,
He said, we all know
In my-
starts like
And
this.
then you talking about blowing with a whole nother blowing.
Because in my mind, I'm like, I'm gonna get a woman who blow glass. Let me, do you know how to blow glass? Because that's part of the criteria.
Oh man. Only thing I didn't like was theater arts. They made me take that class. My counselor, he was like, "Well, you say you like art," and he was like, "If you don't like it, we'll take you out." I don't like being center of attention. I don't
Right.
like, you know. And then there's the other thing, because when I started doing music, you know, that's what it became. You know, well, you do music, but you say you don't like being center of attention. It's like you said, you know, being an introvert, but understanding that it's a business, you don't have time for that. It's a different type of mindset too. So that's the only time you really see me on my shows if I'm actually performing. That point is like you can't do shit to embarrass yourself now.
Right.
You gotta do it. So just being into all of that, and you know, and then seeing these things in the community, I got back into dancing from finding dance crews in Madison. Like, they got dance crews here.
Right.
You know, for a long time they did it, and just getting into that scene, it's a whole nother world that people don't know about. And I remember posting the lives, the battles, and all of that. And a young lady had asked, like, "This is in Madison," and she inboxed me like, "They don't be having this," and I've always been looking for places. And I noticed that a lot of the youth and young adults, because you see my daughter watch dance choreography schools all the time on YouTube, where, you know, and it's a bunch of adults that still dance, but this is everywhere but Madison.
Mm-hmm. It's just not a lot of things for us as a community anyway.
It's not, yeah, and then it's not supported. It's not highlighted.
It ain't no
It's
funding.
not advertised, and then the funding, yeah.
Yeah.
I put quotations because there's plenty of
Funds.
centers.
There's plenty
Yeah.
of funds.
Yeah.
There is funding if you're Caucasian.
No,
that's
I
okay.
take that.
There's
No,
plenty-
take that back. Take that back.
There's
Because
plenty of funds.
I
There's
was an
funding.
assistant coach for a dance team, and like we know, I don't want to name names,
Yeah.
but they're very popular Black activists in Madison that get funding, millions of dollars for funding for
all that shit.
Certain community centers that's supposed to be for our children, and they don't put it back. They don't put it back where it's supposed to go. So the funding is there, especially, and let's just keep it real. Government-wise, blase, blah, whatever. For our community, if you have the right people writing the letters, doing the grants and things like that, we get those grants. Those grants and things are for us.
Right.
That funding and things is for our community.
Right.
But when you're putting it into greedy people's hands, it's not going back to where it's supposed to be going. That's why the kids.
Then they want to micromanage the funds and what it goes to, who it's gonna go to, well, how long do y'all need it for, and then they need details.
That's why everybody details. They mad. Pissing me off. You got no fun.
Okay, wait. Two things. Funding and dancing. Okay, so first off, I was actually at the TK last night. And
should have been at the comedy show, but say what? Say what?
I would have gone to the comedy show, but it was sold out, so whatever. Congratulations.
She used to give her voice every time she said the last time sold out.
Congratulations. I would have went, but I couldn't go. He said wasn't nobody else being accepted in, so whatever. At the TK, look, sad note, at the TK, they told my cousin, so it was 3 of us that went out last night. Okay, wait, first off, sad note. I saw a dance battle or a dance off at the TK last night, and I think that was like the first time since I was a teenager that I saw a dance off, and I was just sitting there like, oh my gosh.
That should be low key lit though.
They do.
I can probably tell you who it was.
I'm telling you.
I couldn't
You
tell.
probably was Kobe.
He knows shit.
He probably was Kobe.
I don't know. Yeah.
Kobe get that
Or somebody
shit
from his
cracked.
crew.
Yeah, Kobe get that shit cracked.
Yeah. But then, okay, so the second thing about the funding, I was gonna say when we're talking about misuse fundings and all of that stuff, that's just like a whole big thing to me. And like one of the biggest ones is just like with the COVID relief and how like nobody or very few people were talking about how Tom Brady, I'm pretty sure it was Tom Brady, whose supermodel wife, who I think is divorcing him right now anyway, has way more money than him, got like millions of dollars for his business. Like, you guys are millionaires / millionaires, whatever. And he got all this money. Ruth Chris got all this money, and they out here jailing people for the $20,000. For the $20,000, I mean, they ain't get it, so I ain't worried. But still, y'all doing all this for the small things, but what about these people who had this big amount of money that y'all
for Red Card, welfare scam, and everybody's trying to play it down like it's not a big deal. But you stole money from the poorest freaking states in America.
Yeah.
You stole money from one of the poorest states in America, and everybody's trying to dumb it down.
Welfare money.
No, yeah.
What are you talking about? Kanye?
Yeah, millions.
You talking about other shit that ain't got nothing to do with substance, but people who take from our
That
community.
ain't got shit to do with this with this city. We keep complaining about this city, what's not going on, what's going on, and it's because we're worried about everything outside of it.
Yeah.
I call that keep your nose on your face. Everybody worried about what somebody else doing their nose and somebody else's business. If you watch it, and I would use it like, and this ain't no offense to nobody. I use last night as an example, right? Last night we sold out. Thank God, it was the first time we've been doing the show, producing the show for 6 years. Last night was the first time we ever sold out before the show started. I've been trying to advocate for this for the longest. So when people I kept saying we're sold out. People kept coming to the show, and we were like, hey, we don't have any room for people. Why are they in? Who's letting them in? And then it was like, well, I know such and such. Like, come on, like, don't worry about why the fuck that person got in. Did you pay or not? Because if you didn't, then it don't work. But that's
you also said it was refunding money, so even if they did pay,
people were sending me money while I was at home. I was saying refund. I'm at home, like refund. I didn't even get to the place. Refund.
And you know what she's saying is really true. I get into it with Black people all the time. About, when there's something going on, an injustice here or there. Classic example, the R. Kelly shit. That is a really touchy topic for our community.
Yeah.
I got into it with a young lady and she was just like, "You're the problem with our community. That's a black man. You should be riding with him. You should be standing up for him and blah, 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 blah. What was you saying when Elvis was doing blah, 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 blah?" I said, "Let me tell you something. What Elvis was doing to the young girls in their community don't got shit to do with me."
Now,
hold on, let me finish. Yeah, that's
we don't know whether he did or didn't. We just know that back in that time, it wasn't popular, so he wouldn't have advertised it.
Right, we don't know that. Right.
And what R. Kelly is doing is to the black girls in our community.
Right.
So why would I be talking about what Elvis is doing? Why would I be talking about what Hugh Hefner was doing? Yeah. I'm talking about a black man in our community doing this to our black girls.
Yeah.
I'm not sticking my nose over a nation. I'm holding my black man accountable. Yeah. You're my black man. Yeah. Not Hugh Hefner, not Elvis Presley. I don't got shit to do with them. Or R. Kelly is that's ours. So we should be holding him accountable for the shit that he does. Why would I start saying, "Well, you know what? Blase Bar did this too. And you know, he's a white man. Y'all was getting on him like that." That's not my concern. My concern is for my black man. Keep your nose.
Okay, so let me interject with that in my opinion. So first off, I don't know if it's an unpopular opinion or whatever, but I still listen to R. Kelly.
I do too.
He got good music.
The music is music.
Yeah, period. So
now, call it, man.
I don't excuse his crime, but I still listen to his music.
So,
the music is
should
anybody be making him no money? It's not. It wasn't it. If you already downloaded this shit, they're not calculating the
CD.
They're not calculating rebuying and or the
shit. I'm talking about me. I'm not talking about what other people can do or what he can do to make money. I'm talking about what I'm doing personally as far as listening to him isn't making him no money or revenue.
Okay, so where I was going with that is like any and everybody who does something should be held accountable for that. However, I feel like it should be spoken up when just in general in America, where it's publicized because it's the black man, but it's not publicized and as much scrutinized because it's a white man or whoever else. That's the issue, and that's why it's not sticking up for him, because if he did it, then he wouldn't need to be. Whatever. I'm still gonna listen to his music because Half on the Baby is my shit. Whatever. You know, he was a music maker. But at the same time, it's other people aren't put in the light the way that black people are.
But just like you just said, this is America. We're still to this day, we're not even considered full human beings. We're not. Like this is the reality of it. So this is their country. So of course things that we do are going to be put on a spotlight and a flashlight held over and the line shining.
I tell
that's how it goes.
This is the reason why I had to be dealing.
It's cool when man.
That's why nigga, no matter what you put me through, I'm still staying through systematic racism, oppression, put me through the child support system, put me through the education. Then a black man. I'm gonna pull up. Low key, what is that shit? It might be a Cadillac, might not be, ain't no telling. But I'm just trying to say, I'm doing black man shit. I'm gonna be drinking, smoking CBD. I'm gonna enjoy the fuck out of my life. Yeah, weed, it ain't legal yet. So what I'm saying,
we really do have to start applying pressure to our own community and stop minding them folks' business. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like for real.
Well, I say this, and I say it all. I've been saying this since I was younger. Because we had the same argument when it comes to, this stuff happens all the time. Well, they do it, and that's the problem. It's not fair that they get to do it and we can't. But we can't allow that to be the reason why we overlook the fact that we can't and that it looks different and still do it. Because the problem, because it does look different. And I say, I'm like, the same thing that happens at this club happens at this club. Mm-hmm. It just looks different because you're black. Because we're black.
Hugh Hefner versus Boosie. Because Hugh Hefner gonna have a lot of women in the grotto and all that.
His son was editing the videos and shit. Y'all remember MTV Cribs or MTV Cribs, Hot Linen? The Playboy Mansion, and his son was like 12 or 13 in there in the video.
That's like jumping back to the whole gun thing. Yeah. I took my 15-year-old daughter to the gun range, to shoot. And it was like, why are you doing that? And and it's just like, excuse me,
But if Amber wins,
yeah, like
At 5 years old, technically, I'm just saying.
Because Amber got.
But nobody frowns upon them. It's like, oh, it's their God-given right. It's their, you know what I'm saying? But when you put a gun in a black person's head, it becomes something completely different.
Criminalized.
It's
because
criminalized.
America's perception of black people is that we have a criminalized mind.
We're violent.
So no matter what we wear, what position we're in, or what we do, we're gonna find a way to do something criminalizing.
Let's talk about it though. Who we learning from? Who did we learn it from? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Oh, I'm glad you said that because that's what I wanted to say with the R. Kelly thing. We have to understand that this man, because people say, oh, he was thinking that he was a god. No, he was doing what the white man was doing. He was doing what he seen all the rich white men doing what they money.
Yeah, true.
And all that.
Because the Epstein,
because they were doing it so comfortably, he thought that he could do it so comfortably. I
wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it.
He had too much.
I was talking to an old lady. It was there was like this abortion drive thing downtown.
An abortion drive? You need to explain that.
You know,
there's a lot of ways it can go.
Maybe that's the wrong word.
Wait a minute. So y'all just in the car?
No. So there was this, downtown by the Union, they be having like these events where it's like all this information, different tables. And it was like all these information. It was kind of like around this type of thing where women are fighting for their rights, their body, and all of that to be able to do these things. So then that's this side, and then you go on this side, and these are people that's against abortion and all that, and trying to convince people not to. And that I ended up getting stuck.
In the middle.
You were stuck
right there.
Don't do it.
He had the little angel on there.
Don't do it.
Hey, no, this old white lady, she ended up stopping me and asking my name and all that. But we get to talking, long story short, she like, you very wise for your age. And we could do a little more talking, and we ended up like saying it at the same time. But she's breaking it down. She's like, white men get to a certain pedestal and money, and they like to do things that isn't considered norm, or like control.
That goes
like,
against her moral compass.
That goes against all that. Yeah. And she was like, and people don't realize that because they get away with it, because they're still walking around here. She was like, but we still see that. Black men see that. And when we talk about what it means to be a man, let alone a black man in America, that's what they have to look at.
Mm-hmm.
So she was like, so when black men come into money like that, and we both say at the same time, like they do what white men do with their money.
But you know what? For me, and I know this is probably going to sound. This is going to sound. Yeah. This is going to sound crazy.
They want to pick up those same behaviors.
They do.
Preferences.
But I personally, I hold. Lord.
Say talk your shit out here.
Yeah, because this is called real spit. So, I'm just going to say it. I hold black men to a different standard than I hold white men, Asian men, Hispanic men, whatever. I'm sorry, I do.
That's a good thing.
I do. I expect black men to perform at this, and it's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure for them, but I do expect it because y'all know better. Y'all know better. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter what you've been taught, what you've been programmed to do. You know better. You know better. You feel that thing inside of you, or you hear that voice inside of you that tell you, I should be doing anything you feel like you got to hide. You know it's wrong. Period. You know what I'm saying? So, and doubling back to the R. Kelly situation, this man wasn't openly admitting that he liked young girls and that he, you know what I'm saying? He
seems like
him and that's the thing for me. That's the thing for me that was just wild, because it was like, I don't know if we have short-term memory, like black people, like.
It was only because it was publicized and Oprah did or Gail did their whole little thing.
I'm not even saying that. It's like we have amnesia, selective amnesia. Like, we remember what the fuck we want to remember.
Right.
I remember back in the early, like late 90s, early 2000s when videos and shit started coming out about R. Kelly. I met R. Kelly at the church, at New Covenant Baptist Church in Chicago.
Amen.
And there was shit coming out then, you know, that he was doing. So that's what I'm saying. So why do we in our community act like this shit
But this is why I
brand new?
Because
Like,
it became publicized by Oprah and Gail and whoever else, the documentaries. That is why. Because I knew it and I was
Yeah,
young.
we are.
Yeah.
But it wasn't just that. It was the parents. It always boiled down to the parents. And a prime example.
We're talking
quick
about
example.
why it became an issue now.
Well, no, but I'm talking about as far as her saying, we act like we got amnesia, like we forgot about those
selective.
crimes.
It's very selective.
But it wasn't that we forgot. It's like you and your homegirl, and this girl, she keep getting into it with you gonna ride for your girl, but you're not gonna fight for her if she ain't gonna fight for herself, right? Right. So how's all these people supposed to feel bad about R. Kelly marrying Aaliyah or dating her? If the parents is okay, y'all good?
Technically,
They did do something about
they
it.
found out.
They know it. Yeah.
They found out it was not but everybody else, like all the other daughters,
But in the same sentence. So they didn't. I didn't feel like Aaliyah's parents really took it the way that they could have.
Right.
Because if somebody married my fucking daughter at 15 or 14 years old, hey,
yeah.
No,
we told
that was the stipulation of him messing with her. They the ones that said you have to marry my daughter. You're not gonna defile.
So why know
and
this?
have her out here.
Why know
Because people end up finding out.
Yeah.
And now they feel embarrassed, and now they're ashamed. And
I mean, like the same parents of some of these victims. There was text messages and receipts for some of them parents telling, coaching them what to do and what to say.
With that part, I agree. I agree. The parents should go to jail. The parents should go to jail.
If they're not held accountable too, the cycle continues. We can talk about the men that's doing it all we want, but it starts there. If we don't trickle back to how it got to that point, and it points to the parents, and then the parents aren't held accountable, we say everything from the young women's minds is developed.
I agree with him to a certain extent on that.
Because it doesn't. What I'm saying is, it doesn't take away from the men at all. And I think when men, because even when I posted that holding the parents responsible, people was in the comments and they was twisted, and it was just like, that's not to take away from the man that's doing it at all.
Right.
At all. But the problem is we be so focused at that sick monster and all that that we forget the parents that put her in that position.
I agree with
the parents that let that girl go to them clubs at 2-3 o'clock in the morning coming in the house knowing she 17,
You know what,
16 years old.
I put more responsibility on R. Kelly though. I have to.
Yeah.
I have to. With
I
him
think we wouldn't disagree with that.
Yeah, with him being on the pedestal that he's on.
I'm in between because as a parent, if I'm knowingly letting my daughter do this, R. Kelly has an issue. Like, I'm not taking away. He has an issue.
There are plenty of
what he likes is what he likes.
Exactly.
I'm not saying it's okay, but what he likes is what he likes. So he's gonna go for what he likes.
This is true.
So as a parent, if my child is lying to me and I don't know nothing about it, then of course all the blame is on him. All the blame is on him. But if I'm sitting there being like, okay, baby, dress like this, he like this, he like that, then of course more blame is gonna be on me.
If my daughter asks me, can she go to R. Kelly concert? No. I don't care if she's 17. I don't care if she's 18, 19, 20. If you still living in my house, we're going to have to talk about that. Right. You know what I mean? And I'm not just going to let you go.
You become Chris Jenner. You become Chris Jenner. So she the one that sold the tape. She the one that sold the tape for Ray J now.
Ray J said that Chris had them redo it.
Yeah, they reshot the shot.
Yeah.
You know how nervous you gotta be as a parent to be like, look, I know I see this tape, but y'all ain't fucking good enough. Right? Man, listen. That's really what happened. That's really what happened. The mama was like, this is a little grimy. The mama was like, this is VHS. We need DVD stands. Ain't no look. We need teenager people. We need this to be a little bit better.
No, because that first one that they had, he was sucking on her toes or whatever. I was like, what the fuck is this?
You got to suck some pussy. You wanna get some pain out here. You can't be sucking toes. Suck some pussy. Hey, that's when we got first introduced to the salt and pepper shaker. We didn't know nothing about sucking dick like this. Kim was doing this. I said, look at this. He's doing strange shit. Why am I dick sucking like this?
But what I will say is, I only saw like a clip. It was like a few.
I turned it off because it was horrible.
I only saw it was like 3 minutes. It was like piece and parts together. I saw that Ray J was curved and a couple of
This
cameras.
nigga sounds
It was
like
not
he's
a fan. I think I cut it off at the part where they got on the private jet. They ended up getting on the private jet. Like at that part, I'm like,
You saw from behind the scenes. Who was on the jet? Who was your Purple leg had all the girls.
On Pornhub, I be saying according to the real shit.
Right.
I don't want to see the part of y'all talking this shit. Boy, y'all maybe know this y'all name.
First off, they Second, my question is, if you want to they got to do that. That's only on HBO where they show a big ass love story.
No.
Different stories. Yeah. No, when you go
she would have gone right to the.
And then the next one, it's gonna be a different scene, different person, same action.
You know what's horrible? Okay, I didn't even tell my about me, but you know what's horrible about
That was selective.
y'all need it wasn't. I knew about it the whole time. That's what I said. The conversation.
And then say y'all outfit and shit, because they be wondering why the fuck y'all dress with the shit on. Because I'm she got her about me and her.
October 30th.
Yeah, this Halloween. I'm Mark Simpson.
Yeah.
Mark Simpson in though, because
Mark Simpson College Edition.
I was
Because that's when she wore her hair long.
Before the fraud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Before
she got tied down.
before they start lying, saying she had one dress on her hair.
Before people just think this you, they like, why this nigga look like a doctor and shit. Why you just
The green dress, the red, and the red shoes.
ooh, she do this. Like, yeah, this, do this. Shut him up again. Shut him up again.
But, and you know what though? That just doubling back to the whole.
You better not go like R. Kelly.
And I am though. I'm just trying to bring it back to what we was talking about though. Like for real. Like being that young and seeing those tapes of him, you know what I'm saying, doing that to young black girls. I mean, literally pissing on them.
Yeah.
Like it, in a way, it traumatized me.
Yeah.
And me being a black woman, just coming from my situation, I felt very unprotected by black men growing up. Just on some real shit. Like
Based on that tape or just in general?
No, in general already.
Okay, that's real.
I had already been in a situation with my stepfather beating on me. You know, he never did anything sexually, but just in my life, my brothers, my cousins, my father, just, you know what I'm saying? And then to have somebody who I not necessarily idolized, but was a fan of.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm listening to his music, and his music is helping me get through my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a project kid. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, listening to his music and then having to see that, it was traumatizing for me. It was very traumatizing for me. It was just like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? This is a man that I really, it's our fault too, because we idolize people, we put them up on a pedestal, and so we forget that they're human.
I mean, there's a saying, don't ever meet your superhero.
Man.
It's never what you think.
Man.
One, because we put upon people the impressions or what we want them to be.
That's
like, you can't make me for anything. Like, I've ended relationships because, like, I'm not who you want me to be. I'm me. Either you're going to accept me for who I am. Like, I will grow, you know, with you or away from you. Either way. But, like, accept me for me. And if I decide to change, because people are only going to they'll change for what they want to change for. It doesn't matter as much as you want them to change, you know. So don't view me as a person. You see me being from your image. View me as who I am.
But that's what the dating
Let's
process.
make sure we come back to that, because that's
what
some real
Speaking on
ass
that,
shit.
that's what the dating process. I mean, we talked about it.
Tell me
That's
your
what
outfit,
the-
nigga, because I'm wearing this doctor coat, nigga. I'm just,
It's Ricky.
I know, but I just still, I want people to acknowledge what the
Rick
fuck's going on.
said
They
shit.
just think y'all, I'm sitting here with y'all, and she got this outfit on, and you got on leaves and
Okay,
shit, and
I broke
nobody
my
saying nothing.
strap. But just
You
just
broke
to
that
ask
strap, that's what the dyke said.
But I was like,
He broke his strap. I was okay, Felicia.
but
Let's get on
Well,
the
saying,
topic real
on
quick.
that-
I gotta do my about me, and it's probably gonna be a reset time. Yes.
Okay.
what I was saying to add to what you were saying real quick, people, they change the process of what it is, and the dating process is for you to get to know that person, not for you to be trying to fuck on them, not for you to be trying to
Relationship.
figure out how you gonna get it your way. It's for you to get to know them, even if you fucking on them. That's not what you're supposed to be focused on. You're still supposed to be getting to know them, because it might be some things about them that you do not like.
Mm-hmm.
That's the dating process, to see if I actually like your ass. I'm attracted to you,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? But now I want to see if I actually like your ass. I might not actually like your ass. And that's why you have people that be in toxic relationships. The sex is good, so they still fucking, but y'all can't stand each other because you want her to stop doing this and she ain't finna stop, and she wants you to stop doing that and you ain't finna stop. But had y'all figured that out during the dating process, y'all wouldn't be toxic for each other, even if the sex was involved. It was the expectation y'all had for one another coming to it.
Yep.
Absolutely, I agree.
I can't wait to get back into this
I
shit.
agree.
He said, "That's my shit. That's my
Yeah.
real." When we get
Yeah.
to
That's my
expectation
shit.
shit. Don't introduce yourself. I'm doing this. I'm a trainee in some shit.
That's the outfit. He's like,
Yeah.
I was like, let's talk about
You
this.
be more.
Alright,
Whatever. Anyway. Okay. Because we literally went through the whole show without saying my about me. We went through 3 people and then skipped me, but it's okay.
No, it skips yourself.
No, I did not skip
I wanted her to say.
I did not skip
Our
myself.
only excuse is
Tangents ran on, and I just let them. I knew.
He introduced himself, and then she started talking about R. Kelly.
Hey.
She introduced herself,
So
she started talking about R. Kelly. No,
You just said, hold on, let me introduce myself. And you did. And you did.
Accountability.
You said he didn't finish his about him, so I'm just saying.
I think he did. He talked about
No,
Congress
he
and
just
everything.
said he did not finish.
When I was an infant, I started.
Everything he could about it. So what more we need to know about this?
That was
dude?
from
Everything he does as far as dancing, rapping, I mean, you never talked about it all. We all tapped in for like 3 minutes.
Listen, that's not all I'm saying is those.
She said we got
That was from his
Yeah.
mouth.
The one was like, I twist my dread to the right. I'm sucking the left hand a little bit, but I'm ambidextrous on this side. Said, nigga, we heard everything about you. I'm just saying. So we still waiting for you to.
Okay. So again, I'm Elizabeth, but you can call me Lady. Today I am Poison Ivy. I hope it's given for y'all.
Wait,
Poison Ivy. I was Poison Ivy, but I had to add my leaves because it wasn't giving much poison, said my cousin. He said I was just Ivy last night. He said I wasn't poison because I had my leaves.
He said, just some Ivy.
Side note, sorry, I'm gonna tell my about me, but side note, because I'm Poison Ivy, can I just state, because I made a Facebook rant a couple of whiles ago, that my Batmans, Michael Keaton, Ben Affleck, the end. Okay, maybe Christian Bale, the end.
Maybe.
Michael Keaton,
and then Ben Affleck, the end. / Christian Bale at third.
Fuck the parties. I don't know nothing about Batman, but I do know about I know about Black games all over on the show. But go ahead. I'm just saying.
Michael Keaton is literally where I stopped.
No. I mean, there's been so many.
And maybe
No, so
Christian
y'all
Bale.
didn't see the
Ben
rock.
Affleck Ben Affleck did the best Batman. He did not have a chance to be Bruce Wayne because there was no solo Batman with him, but he was
George Clooney?
no, Ben Affleck. He didn't get a solo Batman.
George Clooney's Batman is better than that.
I respect, but this is the thing. The characters who actually get to play Batman and Bruce
Ben
Wayne.
Affleck
Because
is a better
for
Batman.
me, it's not hard to play
He
Batman.
was a better Batman than everybody.
Let's put it out.
Batman is very mysterious. He don't talk a lot. You know, he just do his thing. But when you get to play the character Bruce Wayne that actually has to interact with anyone, I have more respect there. But if you just like,
That's I can agree with. Listen,
I'm very retro when it comes to things like
He
that.
just on one side of it.
No,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yeah, but that's not his fault. That's not his fault. That is not his fault. Every Batman movie he was in was intended to not Bruce Wayne. It was.
But I'm not gonna give him accolades when he
Listen,
don't
he
have
was
the
the best
credentials.
Batman. He was
He
the
don't
best.
have the
He
credentials.
was the best Batman. I didn't say Bruce Wayne. Batman. His
I'll give
fighting,
you
all
that.
his
Who is
shit.
Batman?
His fight
Bruce
scene-
Wayne, period.
No,
Period.
no,
Batman.
no. Like, who is Bruce Wayne without Batman? Bruce Wayne without Batman is just a rich man.
You gotta be together. You gotta put it
Yeah,
together. You gotta
there's neither one without the other.
Have you ever
there was
walked-
Bruce Wayne. He was Bruce Wayne, and he became Batman. There was Bruce Wayne, and he became.
Yeah, but
He elevated.
But Bruce Wayne literally was nobody without Batman.
One is
He
not
became
good without the
Batman.
other.
He became Batman very after his parents got killed.
Yeah.
That's when he became Batman.
So, okay, we gotta put it together. So,
Okay. Oh, we gotta reset.
Yeah, we gotta reset.
Okay, my announcement.
my throat wet, nigga. Hold on.
I'm all the way wet. Okay, okay, don't take it that way. Anyway, my about me. I meant like this time.
It's him with the cat.
It's the laugh for me. Anyway.
That's my son's laugh. I found that my son was gay through that laugh. He asked me for some money, and he told me cash out. And then the money I sent him on Cash App showed up as somebody gorilla, Dustin the Realist. And my son ain't Antoine. Nigga. Who the fuck is Dustin the Realist? And I'm like, dog, who am I sending this money to? He was somebody else. And he's like, I'm like, oh yeah, this nigga gay for real, man. Yeah.
Come on, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Okay. Lady, I am the owner and founder of Lady Brows. I'm a PMU artist, permanent makeup, semi-permanent makeup. I do tattoos of the eyebrows. I own a boutique. I'm a mom of one amazing little boy. I am also a writer/rapper. I don't get to perform very often, but I do enjoy it. But when I do, I fake like to model sometimes, and I'm starting to get into like doing just more video content or whatever. So
Did you tell him your name?
yes, I said Lady in Elizabeth like several times.
She said, lady, I just want to make sure.
I'm Elizabeth, aka Lady or Lady E is my rap name. Y'all can catch me on my YouTube.
This is good. Wait, hey, am I right, y'all? This is good for America. Tell them how to pronounce your name the right way.
Yeah, tell them.
Y'all gonna try to do me.
Elizabeth.
It's B-E-T-H. And a lot of people pronounce it Elizabeth, but it's not.
No, we pronounce it Elizabeth.
Okay, Elizabeth.
She said.
Some people.
She said pronounce.
No.
It's pronounced Elizabeth.
Listen. First off, let me tell y'all, because they trying to act like I just said that randomly. We were talking about how to pronounce.
I've been on this planet for 36 years. I've never heard anyone, white or black, pronounce that name, Elizabeth.
Listen, nobody has ever corrected you until today.
You are correct. You always correct.
Okay. Well, I'll do that because I pride myself on standing.
Everybody know Queen who?
Elizabeth.
You don't know Elizabeth.
Queen Elizabeth.
I'm pretty sure in England they probably pronounced it right. Okay, she was a queen. Either way, if y'all didn't learn, y'all learned today. It is what it is.
You see how Michael looking at you in this picture? That's the way you feel. You see how Michael look? That's how I feel. Look.
Get in the
Say
bed.
that stupid ass shit. I'm in the back, huh?
I'm like,
stupid ass shit.
First of all, why you gonna lean on the couch?
So,
You're
she's
horrible.
a little mind to the line again.
Mike didn't like that shit.
Yes, we.
Alright, just a second.
Okay.
Yeah, we got a second. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, we're good. We can stop.
Yeah.
All right.
I gotta